So I was like giving some thought about, Earth and like the history of Earth, of what we know about it, the measurements, the geological measurements of things, um, what like the hypothesis of like how we're like created, which it could have been, like whoever created um everything, like they created it some type of way. We don't know, like our universe could just be like a little um like an insect, like a little bacteria to somebody else's world, and you know they don't even know. Or like we can be, like those bacteria, you know what I'm saying, like we don't like the magnitude of like size is crazy. So we don't really know what we're in, honestly. We really don't know what this is. What it seems like was with the information that I've gathered in my lifetime. So apparently the Earth is around like 4.5 billion years old or something like that. And I started thinking about this, like the dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs lived 66 million years ago. I asked AI, wow, I asked it that, and it said hominid. I asked it if humans lived with dinosaurs, and it said no. The earliest hominids, if I'm saying that word correctly, humans or human-like people, were about 6 to 8 million years ago. That's what science says. Um, so you have that, and like when Earth was forming, and I think like what happened, how like the planets kind of formed, and it had to have been like this. Um, we might not be here intentionally. It might have just accidentally kind of happened. It just kind of aligned. Um, and there is a possibility that uh, there are highly intelligent people that do know about us, but they're just like, maybe they're just entertained by us and they just want to stay away from us. Um, because they, if they have like, they can tap into our internet like no problem. So they should be able to view everything that we're putting out here. They should be able to intercept the signals so easily. Anyway, so like, what if we were put here by aliens? Like, what if the aliens, what we perceive are aliens, are just some type of a biological type of um, highly intelligent being that's like a robot, like somewhat cyborg type of character with like the AI, obviously, something like that, can like digitaltize or whatever, um, with the spiritual realm, or you know, uh, go into different realms or whatever. So like that's the hypothesis too. Is there's a ton of different realms, and all these different like simulations. You could be like a president in some simulation. You could be like anything. They say like there's unlimited. I'm not saying the word properly, but um, the right word anyway. So like, what if like we were put here by aliens? Um, when you look at the the pyramids, how they're on different continents, Um, it seems like I should have looked it up. How old they are? How old they think they are? But they're probably older than like 5,000 years, and that's what basically Christianity wants us to believe, that God put us here like 5,000 years ago or something like that. Um, like the Earth was made 5,000 years ago. Uh, I just don't buy that. I just don't buy that. I just don't buy that. I'm sorry, I don't buy that. I'm not saying that the Bible's wrong. I'm not saying like, I'm just saying like, I think it's possible that it was edited a certain way and some things are left out. Some things are put in. Maybe some things are fabricated. And I definitely think that Jesus existed. Um, I don't know if he is what the Bible says he is. So it's, for me, like thinking about that, and I'm open. Like I'm definitely open. Like for my studies, it's just like it just doesn't make sense to me. Don't make sense at all. It just seems like what it seems like is I'm not given the complete information. I feel like there's information that's been held back from me, and I feel ignorant. I feel like there's common knowledge that we should have that is hidden from us. Why can't we see the books in um, the cathedral? Well, they have like the most extensive library. They have some like huge library at the Vatican that we're not supposed to see. Well, why don't you put all that stuff on the internet? Maybe you don't want us to like go in the vault, but why don't you put all that stuff so we can all see it, so we know what's behind it? Why are you hiding that stuff from us? You know that like what would how if you wanted to like control people and deceive people, how would you do that? You would hide information and you would want them to go along with your narrative. You wouldn't tell them the whole truth. So like I don't know. It just seems like weird. It just seems weird, you know, like the stories that we're given. Things just don't line up right. And I understand like 12 apostles and they all pretty much said similar things and they started their writings. I don't think that I think some of them were actually illiterate, possibly, but I know that they started like writing the New Testament around like 19 years. I think the earliest was like 19 or 30 years after Jesus was gone, and that's a long time, man. But like their stories line up pretty solid. They line up pretty solid, so that's why the people like really believe what they say. I feel like the Revelations is kind of weird. That's a weird thing. I like. This is what I think. After seeing, after what we've just been like, when I say America just missed a nuclear war. When people say you just missed a bullet, you know, like, oh, you didn't end up with her, and like the next guy is like he suffers big time because of her, and you wanted her, and it's like, glad I missed that bullet. Like she got like really overweight or whatever, and we literally missed nuclear annihilation. Like you don't understand. We were on legit brink of World War III. Thank God Trump is about to be president, and the adults are about to take over, but he is supposed to be dead right now. He is supposed to be dead. That bullet, that kid, that first bullet that hit his ear, he was on target. That first shot, because what happened is he probably shot the first bullet, and then like after that shot, it maybe moved the gun slightly, and then he just started like going like couple like boom 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 like real quick, but that first shot, it was on target. That because it hit him right in the ear. He's like, what? And then when he turned it, the exact moment, think about that. The exact moment he like the most perfect time he can turn his head, he did. That's like one out of like a quadrillion, if that's even a number. That's like never going to happen. The chances of that happening are like so slim. And that makes me like, that tells me that there is a creator. There is a creator or creators. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm given enough information. And since I feel ignorant, I don't think that I should have to go to hell forever and eternity. I don't think that I should have to suffer an eternity of hell for being confused. I don't think a loving God who created me, who is all-knowing, if he already knows I'm going to go to hell, like for eternity, why would he create me? What's the point? So basically you're sending me, you're condemning me. And like you already knew, so what's the point of, like you can see what, free will, but then how can he see? How can he see, like, if I have free will, how could he know what I'm going to do before I do it? If he has free will, like if I have free will, so it's like but I just think that the creator and the creators are just or whatever are not what we think that they are. And I do think that they have like crazy powers, definitely. And maybe they're not the creator of the universe and the planets and stuff. That's what I'm thinking. Like maybe we're just um, like a colony. Maybe that's what we are. We're just a colony. Um, they still don't know what destroyed the dinosaurs. They think a meteor did it. But if you've seen a habitable planet, like if we've seen out there a habitable planet that we can go to, and the only problem is the predators, we wouldn't last long because the predators are too intense, like the dinosaurs. We wouldn't, like, there's no way humans would be able to survive that in a primitive stage with like velociraptors and T-Rexes and like all the other crazy stuff. There's no way humans could survive that. Just our regular body, primitive body, and that's it. With primitive tools like sticks. There's no way we can survive that environment. I don't even know if we can survive that environment with our highly technical technology right now. I definitely think that it's probably not a good idea to go back and forth from Mars. I think that the people who go to Mars, they should stay there. And I think that when the loads come back or whatever, the ships come back, they should probably like disinfect them. Anything that comes from another planet, like, you need to treat like it's a toxic, like it's radiation. You got to be careful with that because you don't know. We don't know what kind of viruses, what kind of bacteria, um, that can come here from that planet. So like, they need to be extremely careful about when we bring stuff back here, because it could have viruses that we don't have any idea. Like, Ebola virus that's airborne, like, that would be crazy. Um, or like some type of zombie virus. Yeah. So like, we definitely have to be careful before we do that. Um, Having people come back, like, you're basically going to Mars and you're never coming back here. That's how you have to look at it. It's like the Mayflower. It's just like the Mayflower, honestly. Like, those people knew that they were going to America and they were never coming back. That's what Mars will be like. And I think that we should get off of this planet and have people live on other planets. We need a because if something happens to Earth, uh, whether it's ourselves or an asteroid, like, we have to have uh, knowledge of us, like our technology, us. Like, we gotta try to like keep the human race going. So I don't know what this is. Like, it could be a simulation. Sometimes it makes me wonder, like, if this is a simulation, man, this is. I have to like sleep at night, and like the like day and night is just kind of weird. It's so weird that it's like we're out by ourselves too. Like, there's not another planet with people like us. Like, another, like, I heard, I don't know if this is true, man. I gotta do some studying. This is crazy. I was listening to this guy. He said that astronauts leave Earth, when they come back, they're younger, which means like we age, and like they basically stood still in time. Like, time didn't move for them. That sounds crazy if that's true. I haven't looked into it. And he basically said if we can travel, the speed of light or whatever, and like leave this galaxy and come back, if we could hypothetically do that. So like, this is a hypothesis. Everybody would be like 20 years older than you, which would be insane if that's true. Is time has something to do with gravity? Like, we don't know. We've never, like, we've been in space and we've been on the moon and stuff, but like, we haven't had people off of this planet for like years at a time. Maybe we have in the space station. I don't know. Possibly. I'm sure there's some type of record out there where somebody's been in space, and I'm sure that I wonder if they are younger than. I wonder if like Earth aged because of the spinning, possibly. Maybe that's what it is. The spinning. We're spinning like so fast. And maybe when you're in space, there's no time, but there's time in. Man, that's crazy to think about. There's no time in when we get off the planet, but when we're on this planet, there's time because we're spinning so fast. Like, I wonder if like when you get off this planet, if you were just to be out in space for like 5 years, just sit out, like you had a moon base or something like that. You're not spinning. You're sedentary. You're just sitting still. You'll still be orbiting. You'll still be spinning somewhat, like you'll be orbiting the Earth, like how the moon is. But you won't be spinning. I bet that's what time it is. I don't know. I definitely got to do some more research. That sounds crazy, though. I never heard anyone talk like this. Man. The spinning makes time go fast. Why would that? Why would the Earth spinning so fast make time go by faster? You get off of Earth and it stops. Why would it spinning? If you're just sitting here out in space, like you're just chilling in some type of aircraft or something, like the space station. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look these things up when I get off of here. I'm done with this video. Look, this is the crazy things to think about. Maybe I'm just crazy.